Good evening, good evening, good evening. Ooh, my book's fallen off. Good evening, everybody. So that was impressive. So I put the little clip on to start off with, just to give people a bit of a chance to settle in their chairs and things like that. And there was like eight people on just through the little kind of pre-video, but then it dropped down to 5. So obviously 3 people don't like the music, don't like the video. So who knew? So welcome. This is a bit of an impromptu session. So I did one a little while ago with Sam, and I said I'd do some more. So this is more. I'm going to do some songs for you, some covers, some original songs, and then in a little while I might have a little bit of a surprise for you. So keep tuned because I might have found us a guest to kind of come and sing along as well. So I'll start off with a song, and then hopefully I'll bring somebody in to meet you. So be prepared to be entertained, not by me, somebody else. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a Jackson Browne song. This is one I picked up from a movie years ago, and I fell in love with straight away. Do you know what? As long as I live, I'll always forget to put reverb on. Always the same. Well, I've been out walking. I don't do that much talking these days. These days. These days I sit on cornerstones and count the time in quarter tones to 10. Or all the times I had the chance to. Oh, and I had a lover. It's so hard to risk another these days. These days. And if I seem to be afraid to live the life that I've made in song, well, it's just that I've been losing for so long. Oh, and I'll keep on moving on. Things are bound to be improving these days. One of these days. These days I sit on cornerstones and count the time in quarter tones to 10. Don't confront me with my failures, 'cause I had not forgotten them. There we go, a little bit of Jackson Browne for you. Jackson Browne, I'd never heard of until this film. And it's a film with Mark Wahlberg in it, who plays some sort of baseball player or something. And this song is he's sitting on a bus going somewhere or the train going somewhere, and this song plays, and I'm like, wow, that's a great song. So I found out, and then I started looking into other stuff by Jackson Browne, and I didn't realise quite how sort of successful and famous he was. He wrote songs for the Eagles, and he also is really good friends with Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen inducted him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and said if there was anyone I could ever be, it would be Jackson Browne. So if you've never heard of him, I would recommend go and have a listen to some of his music, because he's absolutely fantastic. Particularly, there's a song called "The Naked Ride Home," which is as it sounds, but it's a fantastic tune. So I'll go and check it out. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Do feel free to comment and make requests and things like that. Because again, I always like the two-way nature of it, so people joining in and sort of saying hello. So we have managed to scrape together. We looked at the annual budget and realised we didn't have any money. So we got these people in free because they've got nothing else to do because everyone's in lockdown. So there's a couple of good friends of mine that we've brought along to join us. So I'm literally gonna close, because I don't know which one to bring in first. So I'm literally gonna close my eyes and press a button and see which one I managed to get. Oh, there we go. Geez, do you know how lucky that was? Given how big the screen is, I could have clicked anywhere. I could have taken myself out of the stream as well. So for all my friends that are watching that don't know who this gentleman is that I've just brought into the session, I've never met him before either. Who are you? So this is a good friend of mine called Joe Bayliss. He's on the wine already. Now, this guy I've known for a good few years now, I think, at least 2, if not 3. And I met him through kind of folk clubs and kind of some of the sort of open mic places that I go to. And he's a singer-songwriter, and he plays lovely guitar. But the great thing is, how long have you been playing guitar, Joe?
Oh, 9 years, 4 months, but I'm not counting.
And how long have you been songwriting?
9 years, 2 months.
Yeah. So literally, he went from kind of nothing to picking up a guitar, learning guitar, and writing songs, and he is very good. He is very, very good. He's released a couple of albums. Another one is in the pipeline somewhere, sometime. So we'll be looking forward to that. But I'm going to ask him to do a song for you, and then after he's done a song, we'll bring in another guest. And within about an hour, there'll be about 40 of us. And it'll be a proper sing-around. Then I won't have to do anything. So, Joe, what are you going to do for us? What are you going to sing?
I thought I'd start with Fragile, because that was meant to be the next album.
Okay.
The title track of the next album. And
Can
I'm
I
playing.
Just say, I want to hear Hurricane, and if at some point, someday, I want you to do Book of Life.
Yes, I know you do.
Someday.
I'm definitely doing Hurricane tonight. Definitely doing Hurricane.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I want to do Fragile because it's funny old time, as you say, Andy, with lockdown, because I've got 9 songs which were going to be the album, and obviously you wouldn't play them. You might play them to a few friends, but you wouldn't have played them, would you? You'd got them recorded and got them out there once it was all pressed and everything. But in the last 6 months, I'm just playing him to death. I mean, by the time I ever get round to recording this album, everyone's going to go, "That's an old one, isn't it? It's not new."
You might have 9 singles to release in the wait for the album. Yeah. So you look forward to this, because there's some cracking songs coming on this album. So this is a new one from the impending album, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and brilliant. It's. I wrote it a couple of reasons, really. Because we all have been through this. You've either been through the situation in your life where your loved ones run off, with someone else, or just had enough of you, and you're like gobsmacked and your world's sort of ended. That's when you're at 13. That's right, yeah. Or more seriously, which is sort of where it came from with me. I lost my mum and dad at separate times, and I wasn't there. I was in America when my mum died. And my world literally just stopped. It literally just stopped that day. and it's all that sort of stuff that's going through your head at the time. Unfortunately, the rest of the world carries on around you, doesn't it? But
it's a
that's
weirdly painful double-edged sword, isn't it? Because you kind of go, it is a horrible thing to have to go through, but you kind of go, as a songwriter, in a way, it's very cathartic and very therapeutic almost to then talk about it in a song, and you share that with people and let them into a little bit of that kind of world, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I struggle with, and I honestly don't know whether I do it well or badly, because I've seen plenty of singer-songwriters who I think do it badly, is, you know, great songs come from the heart for me. But you have to be really careful. It's a fine line, because if they just come from your heart, they might not relate to other people listening to it. It's a real fine line.
Yeah, definitely. All right,
Anyway,
play us something and keep them entertained.
let me just
Draw it down a bit.
just remind me, for performing, we want echo off. Is that correct?
You want echo off. The studio one should be ticked.
Studio
echo off. Studio one ticked. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll mute myself.
Right. Hi, folks. So this is yeah, as I say, this is called Fragile. Flying high but feeling low in a simple moment change. Clear blue sky that fades to grey. The dawn breaks and my heart wakes to the rain falling on my parade. Ooh, so fragile. So fragile. Running fast, then standing still as the green light turns to red. Crashing things come tumbling down. The gorgeous view, the sun, the town, ripped like a canvas with a knife. So fragile. Ooh, so fragile. Have I walked under ladders all my life? Have I broken all the mirrors in the world? Do I need a four-leaf clover now to chase the black clouds away? Crystal glass that turns to sand when you open up your fingers. The grain slipped through like a waterfall. Each carries a memory, a smile, a word, a kiss, lost to the earth again. Ooh, so fragile. So fragile. Have I walked under ladders all my life? Have I broken all the mirrors in the world? Do I need a four-leaf clover now to chase the black clouds away? Broken bits all glued together in a fragile face of hope. Misty eyes that never clear, but the actor waits and shows no fear to the crowd, loud, waiting for the show. To the crowd, loud, waiting for the show. To the crowd, loud, waiting for the show. Ooh, so fragile. Ooh, so fragile. So fragile. There you go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Love that. Love that. The sound, I tell you, your sound seems to have just peaked up a little bit. I mean, you got good sound anyway, but that sounded even nicer.
If you only knew the technical problems.
I don't know whether you've yeah. It took me 6 weeks to get that sorted. It sounded really, really nice. The guitar was so clean and crisp. I've just realised something without knowing this before, but so where we get comments normally, when it's so I've done this to my Facebook profile instead of my normal music page, and it means that we can't get comments.
Yes.
So which is a bit rubbish, really. So there's been loads of people commenting so far. So Emily Evans from I was going to say Wolverhampton because that's the kind of nearest place I know, isn't it? Is saying she's on holiday and she's just tuned in, so she's saying hi. Jenny Goodwin, never heard of her. She's saying, was this song, the song that I did, was it a cover? Yeah, it was a cover. It was a cover. Jackson Brown. I wish I'd have written it, but I didn't. He's much better. James Minns, nice song, not heard that one before. Julie Tickle. D from a dreary cold afternoon in Nashville, driving home from work. Hey, I'd take that any day. To be in Nashville, that would be fantastic. And Jack Glass is watching as well. So what it might be is if I can't get comments on here, what I might do is just ditch the profile one and put it on my music page. And then at least people can chat and comment and stuff as well. Only I remember you get thrown by the comments. So I might just do that for a bit of humour, just to kind of add it in there. It is a bit unnerving when you kind of see this comment pop up and you're trying to read it, and then you're trying to, especially at my age, when you're trying to remember the lyrics as well, and you go, oh. Shit, I've just sung the comment.
It's so true.
Yeah, you end up singing. Nice song, never heard it before. Yeah. So we've got another guest as well joining us. Now, this lady I have known for, I'm going to say, has got to be getting on for 3 years. Something like that. And she was what, 15 when I first met you, something like that. I've got someone waving at me in the background. And so when I first met her, she was kind of very quiet, very shy, lovely. One-to-one, she would chat and be bubbly. On the mic, we literally had to strap her to a wall and put the mic against her face so that she would sing into the mic, because as you put it towards her, she would move backwards away from it, like many people do when they're kind of first starting out. But over the last kind of couple of years, she's been writing songs, and her craft work in writing songs has just been getting better and better all the way through, and kind of playing as well and stuff like that. And her performance, voice is just amazing. Even though she might not sometimes think it is, but it is. So I've watched her kind of sort of flourish, and now flourishing as a songwriter as well. And it's great to see. It's great to see. So I'm going to bring her in. She is, well, I won't tell you who she is because her name will pop up when she comes in.
Hello.
Here it's so I have a term of endearment for her called Pagey Wagey.
Yes.
It's just what we do. She doesn't like it and she thinks I'm a right knob. But it's what I call her. It's So
just my name.
Julie Tickle and James Morris, be very proud. She's an absolute cracker, and the songwriting and everything's doing her proud. So she's in here to entertain us as well. So welcome, Pagey.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right.
Hello.
So Paige, you won't have met Joe, you won't have met Paige. So Paige is kind of knocks around the open mics and stuff, and she's part of a band called
The Checks.
Well, I know what it's called. I was waiting for you to go. It's called The Checks. It's called Checks, and in it is a lady called Julie Tickle, which is Paige's mum, and a guy called James Morris, which is her dad. And I almost used to call him Boz. So I used to call him Boz. So when I have to think of his real name, I go, "Oh my god!"
I know it's hard.
And he plays drums and cajon and things like that. And then there's another guy in the band all the time, or is it some of the time?
It's all the time now.
Okay, he's all the time. He's now recruited properly. We've done the initiation with him, and he's called Mike. And again, a great voice. Why he doesn't sing?
Oh, he hides it. It's annoying.
I know. He's almost like it's a weirdly choir boy type voice in a guy who is a hulking great guy. But it's great voice, cracking voice.
He's an awesome bass player as well, just so you know.
And a lovely guy. Lovely guy. So Paige, then, you're going to sing a song for us, hopefully more than one, but
yes,
what you're going to do is your first one.
I think I'm going to do a special song just for you. I know. It's called The Song Song.
The Song Song.
Yes, because I couldn't find a name for it, so I thought The Song Song.
We spend many months pouring and painting, drinking much alcohol to come up with interesting and exciting song names, and you just come up with the song song.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm not saying that. That's incredibly cool for something that would probably take me many months to chew over and think about. The song.
It makes sense because it's a song about a song.
So is this one I've seen before?
Of course, yes.
So I've seen the words for it, haven't I?
Yes, it's the first song I ever wrote. So.
Cool. Okay, are you ready? So have you got your echo thingy off your stereo thingy ticked?
Me?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Just to make sure, right. Okay.
Yes.
When you are ready, everyone, this is Paige. Paige, this is everyone.
Hello, thank you. This is
Take it away.
Song. I just wanna write a song. I just want a rhythm. But I guess my words are a little too long. I just wanna write a song. I just wanna write about a sky. I just wanna write about your eyes and how both are so blue and our time flies by. Just wanna write a song. But I guess my words aren't creative enough. I guess my key's a little off. But overall I'm just a little distracted, and that makes me feel off. I just wanna write about a fly and how it dies in a day. I just wanna write about a song and how I can't find the right words to say. I just wanna write about true love and how it's like a breath of fresh air. I just wanna write about one so short and why that's not so fair. But I guess my words aren't creative enough. I guess my key's a little low. But overall I'm just a little distracted, and that makes me feel low. And that makes me feel love. And that makes me feel love.
I have this weird thing with my laptop where when I go and tap the mouse pad, the cursor jumps down. So I don't actually tap what I'm trying to tap. It's really irritating. It really is annoying because I'm like literally going, just stay in one place for God's sake. Right. So I couldn't unmute myself.
Oh, thank you. You too.
She's great, isn't she? She's great, isn't she? And I love I've always said this. I love there's almost like a delicacy, almost like a vulnerability in your voice, which I think is cracking. Don't change it. So if anyone says sing more powerfully and stuff like that, tell them to go and get lost. The way you sing now and that kind of style in your voice is great.
Thank you.
So I remember the song. That's cute.
It's a great song.
Jeez, I'm just not cool enough to come up with a title like that.
You know what inspired me was the campfire song out of SpongeBob. That's what inspired me.
Inspired by SpongeBob SquarePants.
It's a great song.
Well, I was going to say I've been inspired by some strange things in my time, I tell you.
Like what?
Sponge.
Just, meeting St. Peter at the pearly gates and things like that.
Oh, right, yeah.
And what colour was the powder you were taking at the time?
Yes, not in here, Mr. Bailey. Not in here. I've told you before. There's a system for that. So we've got some comments coming through now. So these, I guess, are probably coming through my music page. So Catherine Staliga from London, who is a friend of my friend from Nashville, Dee, who is a great supporter of me, Catherine and Dee. So lovely to see you. Marie Stevens, who we know quite well. So Joe, you've not met Marie, I don't think. Marie was running a couple of open mics before all the lockdown, and now kind of we run a kind of Zoom music session every week, which she kind of runs, which is how Paige first got involved in open mics and things.
Yes.
So, Paige, tell us about the charity song, because Paige is working on something now for charity, which is pretty cool. So
it's not just a song; it's an album.
Well, okay, the album. Yes,
okay.
But we all know my song's the most important.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. Well, I'm doing an album called Our Best Show, which is a collaboration album, and I don't want to give too much away about it, like who's involved and stuff like that, but it's to raise money for the charity Make Some Noise, which is a beautiful charity, and it helps like children and young people and families that don't have a lot of money and stuff like that have the opportunity to learn music and play music, and it's a type of music therapy, so it's a beautiful charity. And I'm going to be selling it on CD. I'm going to be selling it on like iTunes and stuff like that. All proceeds go to charity, and it's very exciting. It's almost done, and I'm so excited.
And there is a good bunch of people.
There's about like 25 songs, yeah.
So this is going to be quite, and it will be quite a mix, because from the people that are on it as well, the styles are quite different and stuff as well. So it's going to be a real
there's
varied.
like country, and then there's my kind of songs, and then there's like heavy metal songs and instrumentals and stuff like that. Blimey. So it's pretty cool.
You mean someone else does country as well?
Yeah.
Is that not just my slot? No,
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I thought I was special. You told me I was special.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So this is coming out when?
December time. Hopefully ready for Christmas. Yeah.
Cool. And you've got charity help on board, haven't you, with them?
Yeah, they like the idea that much that they want to invest themselves and buy some CDs and spotlight it for their Christmas fundraiser thing, which I think is pretty cool. So
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah,
marvelous. Okay, we shall talk about that a little bit more as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I
do have a tip actually for how to sell like a couple of 100 CDs in minutes.
Okay.
Real good tip.
Go on.
I announced it on the gig. I said, I've got paid today for like 200 CDs, and everyone's going, wow, this guy must be good. You leave them in the boot of your car, and then you have your car nicked. That's what happened to me. And the insurance company sent me a check.
Nice. I like that idea.
Yeah. I can't see that catching on. But it's one of those unique opportunities, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, not sure it'll catch on. Not unless you've got some
I'll try.
if you've got a heap of a car you want to get rid of, I guess it might work. Right, so I'm going to bring in my other guest. Some know him as Pooh Face. Some know him as kind of Muppet Chops. To me, he will always be my endearing friend, Sam Shemmel.
Muppet Chops.
Term of endearment, take it as a positive.
I feel like I should be muted now for the rest of the night.
Okay, he asked. He asked. Right,
Hello,
just
everybody.
Sing us a song. Get on and sing us a song. I want to hear something.
Okay, so I'm going to do a song which is probably the newest song that I have written, I think. Oh, maybe not, actually. It's 2 before the last one I've written. Because I sneakily asked
Is it
Jenny.
one of the 3 we wrote around my kitchen table?
Maybe. So this is a little bit of a collaboration with the Mr. Fabulous Andy Hughes. But it is all mine. It is all mine. And soon will something else be. But, right, so this is called... he knows. This is called... So I messaged Jenny, my girlfriend, saying, what do you want? What's the first song do you want to sing? So Jenny's picked this one. So Jenny, this is for you. And this is called Snowy and the Cowboy. And I've not done this song out much, so it's quite very raw. It's not raw, but it's just it's new to me because I don't know all the words in my head yet, so I'm still reading a little bit, but it's going to go fine. So I hope you all enjoy.
Good tune. If we can put ourselves on mute, it saves any echo as well. So
Okay.
just while he's singing, put yourself on mute.
Along the outskirts of Dallas, there was a little place called Grapevine, where I'd sing in the bars for some whiskey and dimes. And the liquor was cheap, and there was always a stranger to talk to. Well, I met a man named Snowy. He was weathered and gray. He was bending my ears, saying I'll be famous one day. Well, I didn't believe him back then, but I guess I do now. 'Cause he said, well, boy, don't stop singing those love songs, because the country life is where your heart belongs. There's no sun or sea or land would ever make it more grand, because the country life is where your heart belongs. Well, I'd go back there year after year and met up with old Snowy and bought him a few beers. And we'd always talk about politics and the way things used to be. Well, it was that kind of place that only locals would use. The battered one landlady called Big Arnie Sue. And the songs that would play on the jukebox, the same goddamn songs every night. But she kept telling me, well, boy, don't stop singing those love songs, because the country life is where your heart belongs. There's no sun or sea or land would ever make it more grand, because the country life is where your heart belongs. Well, it seemed to me that Snowy knew a thing or two, 'cause I made a buck a bit more than a few. But I knew right there who I wanted to share my luck with. So I drove in the car for 4 hours straight to thank him in person, my old Texas mate. But when I arrived, that bar stool was already occupied. We're in a bar in Grapevine where our friendship began. In the place of old Snowy was this scrawny young man. And I said, you may not realize this, boy, but that bar stool belongs to a friend of mine. Well, he looked at me with eyes that were fighting back tears and said, you must be Grandpa's friend. I've talked about you for years, and, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but Grandpa won't be joining us today. But he told me to tell you, boy, don't stop singing those love songs, because the country life is where your heart belongs. There's no sun or sea or land would ever make it more grand, because the country life is where your heart belongs. Because the country life is where your heart belongs. Because the country life is where your heart belongs. So that's Snow in the Cowboy.
Once again, it takes me about 2 minutes to get the bloody mouse to click in the right place. That's terrible. Snowy and the Cowboy. I do like that song, I have to say. That was great fun.
That was good fun. And I also tonight, Joe Bayliss, am drinking wine. So you all should be careful.
Oh, he's going to be pissed and loudmouth in about 5 minutes.
Blimey. I've never seen it.
So just catching up with some of the comments on my profile page, because they don't appear in the chat here. Jenny Goodwin, so glad you've done that song. Thanks, babe. I think that was to me.
I love her so much.
That was to me. She meant that. Lou's on. Louise Williamson. Love that one. Say hi to Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Midge Harding. Midge Harding is a local guy. He was at the Martin guitar session that we did with Pete Oakley, Sam.
Boo,
Sam.
Who?
Boo, boo.
Midge Harding. He played guitar, I think somewhere near the start. Great guitar picker. Plays banjo. I mean, he's kind of ragtime finger picking and things like that. He's just bonkers good.
Only Paige is getting this. Only Paige is getting this.
Yeah. That's what guitar is that? What was that? Firewood? Was it something like that? Yeah. So welcome to Midge. Thanks for tuning in as well. Bob Somerville.
Yes, I know, Midge, the Martin show.
Yeah, he's.
Sorry,
I just
yeah.
told you that.
Literally what he said.
Sorry.
I just told you that.
Sorry.
And Bob Somerville's here as well. Bob, our fabulous bass player, who was always kind of like at our open mics for years when we first started off as well. Jesse Desires watching with us. Jack Glass as well. Yeah, and then Catherine Sulliger said she really liked that song as well. Don't
Awesome.
tell him too much; it will go to his head. Catherine,
I do
you
need to play it
cannot
more
like
often, though.
Sam, you cannot like Sam, Catherine, because you're supposed to be my friend, and Dee's already ditched me for Sam, so it's just not. It's not.
You know
on.
why, don't you, Andy?
It's not on. Shut your face.
Because I sing your songs better than you.
Oh.
Right, that's got rid of one annoyance. Yeah. How dare I do that? That was good. Right. So this is. Please, anyone watching, please don't expect this to be like some sort of formalised performance, because it's not. It'll be comedy from the moment we start to the moment we end, hopefully. But please do keep commenting in that, and I will try and keep up with them as I'm going through.
Talking of comedy, Andy, every time I come on this thing and you've got the headphones on, I'm just expecting you to have those lollipop things and bring the plane in.
Those paddles, yeah. Left a bit.
Yeah.
Left a bit.
Joe, I've actually got some table tennis bats.
Yeah.
I could do that, couldn't I?
Perfect.
Hey, don't start making fun of me. No, keep it about everyone else. All right? Do you know what? I would love that job. That would be pretty cool, bringing the planes in. I'd say, whoa, back off a bit. You're getting a bit too close to me now. With your big engines. I totally forgotten what I was going to say then, but never mind. Anyway.
Left a bit, right a bit.
Sorry.
Left a bit, right
So
a bit.
I'll do a song. I'll try this one again. I keep trying this one, and I get a couple of chords wrong. So we're amongst friends, so who cares? Who cares?
Oh, is this one of your new ones that I asked?
No, this is a cover.
Oh.
This is not
That's
one of mine.
boring.
This is not one
It's
of mine. Do you know?
it's not mandolin orange, is it?
It's not. It's John Denver. I'm still doing it.
Wow.
So we'll see how it goes.
Good.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. Less said, the better. Sun is slowly fading in the western sky. Sometimes it takes forever the day to end. I'm doing it in the wrong bloody key as well. That's a good start, isn't it? I said it wasn't professional. Pretend that never happened. Pretend this is going really well. Sun is slowly fading in the western sky. Shut up. Sometimes it takes forever the day to end. Sometimes it takes a lifetime. Sometimes I think I'll never see the sun again. There's a heavy smog between me and the mountain. It's enough to make a grown man sit and cry. It's enough to make you wonder. It's enough to make the world roll up and die. I think it's kind of interesting the way things meant to be, the way the people work with their machines. Serenity's a long time coming to me. Fact I don't believe I know what it means anymore. In the east, a shaded moon is hanging lazily. I do believe I saw the old man smile. I do believe I did. I do believe that he's been laughing all the while. I think it's kind of interesting the way things meant to be, the way the people work with their machines. Serenity's a long time coming to me. Fact I don't believe I know what it means anymore. There's a heavy smog between me and the mountains. It's enough to make a grown man sit and cry. It's enough to make you wonder. It's enough to make the world roll up and die. I think it's kind of interesting the way things meant to be, the way the people work with their machines. Serenity's a long time coming to me. Fact I don't believe I know what it means anymore. The sun is slowly fading in the western sky. Sometimes it takes forever the day to end. Sometimes it takes a lifetime. Sometimes I think I'll never see the sun again. The sun again. There we go, bit of John Denver.
Hey, lovely.
Wow.
Nice
So,
one.
I've got to tell you this, folks, particularly for the ones listening in. I dropped Andy a message recently because I've really got into Mandolin Orange in the last few months. And there's a few songs I think that could be Andy. It's really similar. There's a
I'll take that as a
I'm
positive.
referring to the guy, not the girl, obviously.
Oh, okay.
I love Mandolin Orange.
Yeah.
If only I could play mandolin like him. He's fantastic at. He's fantastic. So I've seen them twice live now.
Wow.
And both times
And
they
me.
were epic. They were really good.
I was excited because I'm really into Mill Carton Kids, and they were doing something Mill Carton Kids online recently.
Yeah, they do something where they get together with another kind of famous kind of singing duo. They did something with Mandolin Orange, didn't they?
That's it. Yes,
That's
I mean.
it.
Yeah.
But they do a load of them. They're really good. But they're coming over at some point next year. I think I've seen tour dates issued. So I
I
want to
saw
see
them
them.
just before lockdown. They came to Birmingham.
Right.
I was just say, yeah, they did come this year.
Yeah. I'll tell you who else I had tickets for who's really good is Erin. Oh, what's her surname? Erin Ray, Rae. I had tickets for her, but unfortunately work came up and I was away. She's fantastic. I would check her out as well. She's got a very kind of country folky sort of style.
Oh.
Beautiful voice, really good. Anyway, Joe, what are you going to sing for us now?
I thought I'd do Hurricane.
As if we made it happen like that.
Oh, before Sam shouts at me, let me do the old twiddling of the buttons.
There's Louise Williamson saying, I remember Mitch. Incredibly good guitar player and banjo player.
You sailed the sea through the fog and rain, past the rocks of danger, around the Cape again. And slowly paradise appears, it's heaven sent that all the pirates fear. But you can never run from the hurricane. You can never run from the hurricane. And you can never hide away from the horror of the hurricane. From the horror of the hurricane. You smelt the flowers, the songs of the birds, laughed with your lover all night without words. You watch your child grow into a man, tears of joy when he said thanks. But you can never run from the hurricane. You can never run from the hurricane. And you can never hide away from the horror of the hurricane. From the horror of the hurricane. She sailed again through the misty dawn, past the broken ships, the jagged rocks at dawn. And slowly paradise appears, it's heaven sent that all the pirates fear. But you can never run from the hurricane. You can never run from the hurricane. And you can never hide away from the horror of the hurricane. From the horror of the hurricane. And you can never hide from the hurricane. And you can never run from the hurricane. And you can never hide till the cane's no more. Oregon.
Wow.
When you do that last note, you kind of like this. I expect you to
It's
keep
an
going and
age
fall off
thing.
the chair. That would be like one of those only fools and horses.
Joe,
things.
I have got to admit, live on air, I'm not a Taylor fan, but that
Oh.
bloody guitar sounds phenomenal.
You need to put your stereo thing on again. It's
Okay.
it's echoing. Yeah, I have to say.
Oh,
it does
people got
sound
that
good.
in double then, didn't they? They got me in my admissions. To be fair, I've just realised actually, his other
It's a
guitar
long-standing
sound.
joke page, but these two are Martin aficionados, and they can't stand Taylors.
Oh,
But yours,
dear.
Joe, sound.
The only
have,
guitar that exists.
I have said this to Sam a few times. For anyone into guitars, when I bought my main Taylor, this one, I was a year into playing. I knew nothing, but I was going to an open mic in Nosal, Staffordshire, and the two guys who ran it, Andy Merrick and Pete Merrick and Andy Wayne, both ex-pros, brilliant and such lovely people. And Pete Merrick was such an inspiration to me. And you know, you have to pick the people you listen to, don't you, in music? And there's some people who, even when you crap, they go, "That was great," and you think, "No, it wasn't." And there's people who criticise when you've done well, so you have to pick the people you listen to. And Pete Merrick in that group was a brilliant guy because professionally he knew what he was doing. But if you weren't very good, and I knew anyway, he wouldn't say anything. So when he said something, you knew it was spot on. And he said to you one night, he said, "You have an really unusual way of picking." He said, "You need a really good mellow guitar." He said, "Go and buy the best guitar you can afford, and it'll improve you." And I did. That was that Taylor. But the reason for the long story was, when I started trying all these guitars on the wall, I tried Martins, Gibsons, all sorts. And honestly, all the Taylors I picked up until that one, I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all because they were really bright, really toppy, as I'd call it. And I don't like bright, toppy guitars. And that was the first one that was mellow. And Pete, when he heard it, he said, "I'm a Martin fan, I don't like Taylors. That's the first Taylor I like." And the reason I bought this...
They're exactly right. And I think you kind of go, when you go to buy a guitar, once you've had a few and you kind of know what you're kind of listening to, the guitar starts to speak to you and you kind of go, yes, I can hear it.
Yeah.
That's the one that feels right. And every Taylor I have ever played, I kind of go, it's just the same tinny brightness that I
Too
just don't
bright.
like.
too
But
bright.
that is that's different. They've done something, and it might just be a one-off where they've done something and it sounds crazily good.
It was like this. I saw bloody Dave in the pub who bought this guitar, and I went to him and went, "By the end of the year is out, I will own that guitar." And because he's a Sigma fan, he
So
always
he
has been.
punched him and then robbed it.
Oh,
and ran off with it.
No, he literally within 6 months of him having this, he messaged me going, "Sam, do you want to buy it?" And I was like, But then he gave it back to the shop because I knew he was going to give it back to the shop, and I got it a bit cheaper. So happy days.
Right, so Pagey Wagey, you can do another song for us.
If I must.
What's this one called? Please don't tell me it's called Another Song.
Unfortunately, no.
Cool.
I can only be a little bit creative at a time. So the next song that I choose to play is Traveling Mystery Woman.
Okay.
She's available on Spotify and all other major platforms. And
iTunes.
yes, exactly. And there's a music video out for it on YouTube as well.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
Yes. She
Go
does
check
that
it
when
out.
she's doing her formal thing. She puts a little posh voice on.
oh
There's
yeah.
a little buzz for it.
Everything is available on iTunes and Spotify. Yeah.
Right, I'll be back in a
Right,
minute.
over to
I will be
you,
back.
Over to you.
Thank you.
decision. Her life was made to go with the flow. So she went on her way to let her soul grow. A little van that she could call her home. Traveling mystery woman all alone. Selling cafes, tarot in her hand. Every meal became to taste bland. On her travels for her past love, there was a man, a message from above. The little van, too small for the two, and the future became a little less blue. Traveling mystery woman, her heart made of gold, now has a story she's proudly told. A little house that she could call her home, and after all, her soul has grown.
Sorry, I had to cough
There we
there.
go. I was listening and I forgot I should come off of mute.
I like that.
Thank
That's
you.
quirky.
I got hot
So one
chocolate
of the
stuck in my
things
throat.
I'm sorry, I needed the little boy's room.
We don't need to know. We don't need to know. Just say there was a family emergency or something. So one of the things so Paige and I have messaged each other many times about songs that she's working on, lyrics and things like that. And we've had lots of conversations about kind of how to write, structure and things like that. And then this is one of those songs where you get sometimes, and I learned this with photography, they would always say there are sets of guidelines and principles that you use to create a great photograph. But sometimes it's necessary and it's experimental to break those rules and do something quite different.
Absolutely.
And what Paige, kind of what I like about what Paige does is she'll write what she feels and then she'll kind of be brave enough to go, actually I like this as it is and it feels right and I don't care if it doesn't quite fit the rules and things like that. And you kind of go, that's great. Because some people are just too scared, to kind of almost too limited in the perception of other people to experiment and have a go with something. So that song, you kind of go, if I was writing it, my brain would explode because I'd go, there's no chorus.
I just
there's
can't
no
write choruses,
bridge.
though.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, I've seen your songs.
Look at the
I
some
love
great
that.
artists. You've got Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, yeah.
True.
You know, you've got Nancy Griffiths. You've got Townes Van Zandt.
Yeah. So there are many
So I could
places
be
where
famous.
people break the rules.
I love
keep
that.
going,
Honestly,
keep going.
Paige, don't
Thank you.
change because I do have some songs with choruses, but I hate that formula. I know so many good musicians have told me, yeah, but just make it simple, have chorus formula. But I don't want to do it unless it fits.
Yeah, no, neither do
don't
I.
wanna do it.
I mean, there's something to be said for structure that helps you get something going. But when
There
you
is,
kind of
yeah.
get to that point where you get something that feels like it works and feels like it's right, whether it follows the rules or not. Because some songs, I mean, I've got some songs I've written that ordinarily I think if I played them out, other people would go, yeah, not overly sold on that one. But to me, I love it because it's something that's, get lost, the cat's about to jump all over my PC. You can imagine the sound going off as the cat hits the power button. But there are some songs that I've got where I just think other people wouldn't get them in the same way that I do. But I don't care because I've written it for a reason and I like it. Whether it fits formula or structure, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I think there is always a challenge where some people try to break the rules all the time.
Yeah.
You kind of go, actually, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just knowing when it works and when it doesn't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you have to
Yeah.
decide what you're doing it for, don't you? Because there are some brilliant singer-songwriters in the past and present who are making a lot of money and selling lots of records.
Yeah.
And a lot of them do it in that sort of, I wouldn't say formulaic because that's that's doing them down. But they know how to do a commercial sound, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not my point for writing songs. And if my point for writing songs is I want to get something out, and I'm going to get it out the way I want to get it out, and I hope people like it. I genuinely do.
Yeah.
But if they don't, then I don't sort of care, and I don't mean
That's
that.
it, yeah. That's
It
it. And
sounds
to some
bad, I
people,
don't-
they go, it's Marmite. Some
I
people
know,
love
yeah.
it, some people hate it. And you
Yeah.
go, I don't care. When Bob Dylan wrote some of his songs, they started out from poetry, and there's no choruses and things in poetry, and yet you listen to them and you go, it's a brilliant song without even looking for a chorus or
Yeah.
a bridge, and you go, it just works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So well done for kind of
Thank
just
you.
going with what you feel is right. And
Thank
again,
you.
just keep doing it and keep experimenting with different things.
Mm-hmm.
I also
You'll
have to
find
make
what
another
works.
public apology because Paige,
that a
me and
lot.
Paige have been co-writing a
Oh
song.
yes.
I will get back on it, Paige. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
so
of
sorry.
course you will. Yes.
He has that many people he works with, Paige. Honestly, I don't know
Yeah.
how he keeps up.
So everyone's,
I know,
everyone's
normally.
heard that now. Everyone's heard that now. So it needs to be done by the end of next month.
Okay. I promise it will be done by the end of
I've
next
been
month.
waiting for months. I'm
Okay.
joking.
Uh,
All right, okay.
And there's Robert in the comments saying, I'm listening to Andy talk, but Mystery Woman's stuck in my head. So there you
Oh.
go. That's what you're looking for. The fact
Yes.
that he's more interested in listening to your song than he is listening to me talking, I don't
Oh,
take
who
that as
isn't?
offensive. I do. Robert's a great supporter of Az. He kind of listens in and stuff like that. So thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. And again, well done to a good little song, great talent. Sam,
Thank you.
bore us
Okay.
to death. Come on, Boris. I said Boris. I didn't say Boris. I said Boris.
I hope that
Come
cat
on.
jumps and turns off your sound.
He is here. Any minute now, he'll think my neck is a scratch pad.
Okay, so this next one then I'm going to sing is about a good old friend of mine who unfortunately passed away when she was 21. And she was amazing. We used to travel up and down, go to the park, go along the canals, chuck stones, all this and all that. So this is called the Backpack Song, and the reason why it's called the Backpack Song is because nobody else could remember what the title was, and I kind of semi-do that to Andy's songs, and then he has a go at me. But so this is called the Backpack Song, and I hope you enjoy it. It'd be good if I turn my guitar on. When I was younger, just a lad, I'd seek adventures with my backpack to foreign lands yet to be seen. But life was good here, you know what I mean. I met a girl one lonely day down by the water when she said, hey, but where's my life going now? It seems so far somehow. My life's not been perfect, it's been filled with ups and downs. But if I could change the tide of a light, turn it around. Well, I look back now towards your face, and I see the smile with the warm embrace. But now you're gone, taken in your prime. Life's not worth living, you're not by my side. So where's my life going now? It seems so far somehow. My life's not been perfect, it's been filled with ups and downs. But if I could change the tide with light, turn it around. So where's my life going now? It seems so far somehow. My life's not been perfect, it's been filled with ups and downs. But if I could change the tide with light, turn it around, yes, I'd turn it around.
Love that song.
I love that song.
I said it
You
first.
just stole my words.
I stole your words.
No, she means I love
No.
that song. When I said I love that song, she
That
said, I love
was
that
the
song. But I
first
said it
song
was
I'd
my
written
kids.
that I hadn't written since I'd written a song with Betsy, who I used to do larky jarky songs, and yeah, that was the first one I writ on my own for like what was almost 4 years. It was crazy.
We've got echo. Where's the echo coming from?
Oh, it ain't me. It's got to be Mr. Bailey's.
Sam, I haven't changed.
Oh,
It's got to be Sam.
it can't be me.
Right. It's gone, I think. Yeah, I think it's gone. I think it's
It
gone.
was-
Maybe
It was
it's gone
Mr. Bailey secretly.
Maybe it's gone for coffee.
No.
It's gone for coffee. It's gone for coffee.
I was thinking I might do a cover tonight, actually.
Yay!
Mr. Bayliss.
Whoa.
How dare you do such travesty of music? No, good. Do one. So I shall do one of my own this time around then.
Oh, that means I've got to do a cover next time.
You don't. It's not
I
a
am as
game
well.
show. You can do whatever you like.
What you gonna do, Andy?
So I'm going to do, what's it called? Born to Fly.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Is that called something else, isn't it, Andy?
No, it's not.
Sure, that's
No, it's
called
not.
something else.
If you do that, I'm kicking you out of the stream.
Drama.
Oh, that's so bloody tempting.
yeah. By the way, to my guest as well,
You
graciously,
need to dedicate this song, mate. You need to dedicate this song.
graciously for coming on and doing this. Don't feel that you've got to stay the whole time. If you need to disappear, it's absolutely within your right. We won't take it personally.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a song called "Born to Fly," dedicated to my lovely friend Jenny Goodwin, otherwise known as Sam's girlfriend. Right. Here we go then. That's if I can remember it. Have you proposed yet? Silent thoughts echo through the light. Wisdom comes not without a fight, Please believe if only you will try. Steal away and never wonder why you were born to fly. Shadows play where doubt and fear collide. Builds a wall, keeps you safe inside. Hide away, you never will be free. Freedom finds the soul that learns to breathe, to believe. Spread your wings so you can fly. Dare to dream and dare to try. Ride the wind, and as the clouds go by, learn to fly, learn to fly. Angels sleep whenever you believe in yourself and all that you achieve. Feel the wonder of the things you know. Make a path and find the strength to go and learn to grow. Spread your wings so you can fly. Dare to dream and dare to try. Ride the wind, and as the clouds go by, learn to fly, learn to fly. Spread your wings so you can fly. Dare to dream and dare to try. Ride the wind, and as the clouds go by, learn to fly, learn to fly. Learn to fly, learn to fly. There we go, Born to Fly.
Beautiful.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
there's some lovely
Thank you
bits
very
to play along to in that one, Andy.
Yeah. It was. I always find the simplest melodies work for me. Anything too complicated.
Or a stolen melody.
Stolen. Well, it kind of is.
Oh.
Kind of is. Part of it is. Part of it is.
Drama.
What can I say? I'm not very creative.
You liar.
Oh.
You liar.
What a shame.
I'm a good plagiariser.
How, here's a question for you, Andy, because you're like me, aren't you? You're writing songs all the time.
If you can hear that noise in the background, that's the cat going nuts with a cat toy down here, knocking something like for 10 bells. It'll just ignore it.
I was going to ask you, how many? This could be an age thing, I have to say. How many songs can you keep in your head lyrically? Because every week I've got one or two new songs every week. Sometimes 3 or 4 if I'm in a mad spell. And I mean, admittedly, I only had like 5 or 10 minutes tonight, but I was thinking I might do a few old ones. And I thought, by old, I mean last year. I was thinking, God, I can't remember them.
I don't.
I'll have
I
to look
don't.
'em up.
Yeah, I think it relates. For me, it relates to if I haven't played it if I haven't played it 2 or 3 times within the last month, the remembering element rapidly declines. Rapidly.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
To the point where Sam and I are sitting there doing a Songbird session. He's going, let's do Born to Fly. And I haven't played it for about 2 weeks. And I'm going, I can't bloody remember it.
As I said, Andy, I play your songs more than you do.
Probably right. Yeah, I have to say, so songs like things like American Pie and stuff like that, because you've sung them so many times over the years, they're almost second nature.
Yeah.
But my songs,
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at some today to put melodies to, and there was some in there where I was singing. I put melody to that, but I couldn't remember what it was. I couldn't tell you what it was,
Yeah.
so I'd have to start all over again. It's bonkers.
I have to. I tab all mine. Obviously, I write the lyrics down, but I tab them all, so I have to pick them up again and start again.
Yeah, I have to dummy record them on the phone, because if I don't do that, the tune, even though I've written down the chords, the tune's gone. So I might have had one song that's had 3 different tunes.
I've just realised I've just made a promise that I've got to finish that song for Paige.
Yeah.
And it's live on air. And I've
It is.
recorded the
I have
session as
proof.
well. So I can always cut the bit out where you committed to it.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Over.
Oh no.
Over.
Joe, you're my
Right.
witness. Just saying.
Joe, what are you going to sing for us, Joe?
Well, I thought I'd do a cover, but I can't decide what to do.
Which ones are you? What's the
Nice.
choice between?
Paige, I don't like doing covers, so I don't do many covers. If I do one,
Let's
I
not
have
get
to
him on that
change it.
because he'll talk himself out of it.
I know. I have to change it dramatically.
What are the
Oh,
choices then?
right.
What are the choices?
I was thinking, because of the age range, I thought maybe I should do something a bit more current. Well, one of my favourite ones, because it's nothing like the disco original, is either Billie Jean or Wishing on a Star. Because if you're my age, you remember the disco version, and it's nothing like... Because that's where I like the fact that I love playing it and watching the audience, and after about 3 minminutes, they go,
Yeah,
"Oh, yeah,
I know
what the
this."
song is."
Yeah. I'm sure I know this. Did he write this? I don't think he did. Yeah.
But I was thinking, because there's younger people here, maybe I should do some like video games. You know, Lana Del Rey.
I don't really
Okay,
listen to
yeah.
like newer music, so
And the reason I like doing this one is because it's definitely written about her, you know, looking at this guy. But I've turned it the other way around, so I'm the bloke in it.
Okay. this is going to mine.
it always-
Jessie does stuff like that.
This is
My,
gonna
my
mine
Bessie,
screen.
Jessie, decides stuff like that. She takes songs and she flips them so it's hers. If it's like the other way around. So
The
this
last
will be
time
very
I was,
interesting.
just before COVID, when I was playing at the Quarter in Hanley, which I know you were at recently, Andy, there was a big group of girls having some like a 30th birthday, that sort of age range. And I started doing this song, and of course they were taking no notice because they're all into the beer and everything. And suddenly this old geezer's doing video games, and you can see them all one by one turning, going, "What's he playing?"
That's it. Yeah.
It's really funny.
I recognise this song. He's not old. He's not young enough to play this. Yeah, that's when it kind of hits you. Right.
So I'll give
Over to
I'll
you
give this
then.
a try. Let me do the buttons before Sam shouts. Right. Okay. Swinging in the backyard, pull up in my fast car, whistling your name. Open up a beer and I take it over here and play a video game. You're in my favorite sundress, watching you get undressed, take that body downtown. You say I'm the bestest, leaning for a big kiss, put my favorite perfume on, go play a video game. It's you, it's all for you, everything I do. I tell you all the time, heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you want to do. You heard I like the bad girls, honey. Yes, it's true. It's better than I ever even knew. They say the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. baby, now you do. Singing in the old bars, swinging with the old stars, living for the flame even. Kissing in the blue dark, playing pool and wild darts, video game. You hold me in your sweet arms, drunk and I am seeing stars. This is all I think of. Watching all our friends fall in and out of old poles. This is my idea of fun. Playing a video game. It's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time, heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you want to do. You heard I like the bad girls, honey. Yes, it's true. It's better than I ever even knew. They said the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do. Video games.
Wow.
Yeah, I like the way you've viewed that.
Yes.
You've done it in your style. I like that.
Nice one, Joe.
I could see that sinking nicely into one of your albums. Not that I would recommend doing that, but
Yeah.
I just
A covers album. Whoa.
it's really good.
Joe's a little bit like me. He likes doing covers
Yeah.
our own way.
As if. Oh yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah. So then, Pagey Wagey, what's
Oh,
next?
everything just lagged out then for me.
Did it?
What's
I
next?
realise this is a bad session, you know, because I'm drinking too much wine.
Joe, I've just finished off almost finished off my wine.
I just finished my hot chocolate.
got
if
echo
you want
again.
it.
Hot chocolate. Paige, there's something wrong here. You're the young one in the group. You should be
I'll
like,
just finish-
quashing it
But
down.
so, I like hot
I'll just
chocolate.
finish some Coke. I'll just finish some Coke. It hurt me nostrils.
I really like cherry Pepsi at the minute. That's my fave.
Oh,
That's not cherry, actually.
cherry
that's-
Dr. Pepper.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Otherwise commonly known as gut
Yeah.
acid. Right. What are you going to do, Paige? Are
Nice.
you going to do another original? Or are you doing...
I think. Well, I only have 5 originals, so I don't want to run out.
You've
So
got echo again. You've got echo.
I might do a
You've
cover.
got 5 originals. That's all right.
I
Yeah.
haven't heard any of them. Keep going.
You won't run out. Trust me, you won't run out. If you want to do another original, you
Well, I
won't
don't
run out,
know.
honestly.
There's a lot that I struggle with key, so
Okay.
yeah, but it depends whether I can remember the words or not. So.
No one will notice. That's the good
Well-
thing. Writing your own. No one knows when you pick up.
That's
Nice.
it, yeah. That's got me through many times. I meant to put that minor chord in there in that
Yeah.
melody.
I did my own song the other day and literally reversed the chords for the chorus and didn't realise until I got to the last chorus. I went, "This isn't right."
Oh dear.
Right.
Anyway,
You got 5 seconds. You can do a cover or you can do one of your own. 5, 4, 3,
I'm doing a
2,
cover.
one.
A cover.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Cover.
Right.
Pressure.
Ah.
Cover. Yeah.
Right.
Where is it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. That was a quiz show then.
It keeps lagging for me. Sorry, but
All right. We'll go on silent and you play.
right. Okay. Okay.
mountain. I saw Captain Pharaoh and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced for the devil. He may take my string, devil to by the time. Work for my daddy, oh, work for my daddy, oh, and there's whiskey in the jar. I took all of his money, it was a pretty penny. I took all of his money and I brought it home to Molly. She swore that she loved me, never would leave me, woman, for you know she treated me easy. My shrink never to by the time. Work for my daddy, oh, work for my daddy, oh, and there's whiskey in the jar. Being drunk and weary, I went to Molly's chamber, taking my money with me. I never knew the danger, for about 6, maybe 7. It was in Captain Pharaoh. I jumped to find my pistols and I shot him with both barrels. My shrink down to by the time. Work for my daddy, oh, work for my daddy, oh, and there's whiskey in the jar. Now some men like the fishing, some men like the flowing, some men like to hear the cannonball a roaring. Me, I like my sleeping, especially with Molly. But here I am in prison, here I am with a ball and chain. Yeah, my shrink never to by the time. Work for my daddy, oh, work for my daddy, oh, and that whiskey in the jar. My shrink never to by the time. Work for my daddy, oh, work for my daddy, oh, and there's whiskey in the jar.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't heard that for
Thank
ages.
you.
Great song. Yeah. Well, I was going to say the last time I heard it, I think they played it about 70 mile an hour. It was nice.
Phil
Thank
Leonard.
you.
Thin Lizzy, was it?
No,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
not
just some Irish
Metallica.
band who'd obviously decided to put the pedal to the metal, something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
So I realised there was nobody making any comments. So I came off the stream and then started it back up again. There's a load of comments. It must have frozen partway through. So I've missed a whole bunch of comments from people. So
Are they comments you want to read or just ignore?
well, generally, I think so. Yeah. There's Lou saying, "Sam, are you drinking water from a champagne flute?" yeah, like that one. Dawn Marie Zirkle is joining us from the States. She very often tunes in and watches, so welcome, Dawn. But Sam, bad, silly while he was singing. What was that? I'm not quite sure what that was. Steve Bloor, well, I've had a cup of tea. So these might be now out of sync totally. They might have related to about 20 minutes ago or so.
Yeah, they probably got bad.
Jenny Goodwin, that was beautiful, Paige.
Thank you.
Dawn Marie as well, saying beautiful as well. So yeah, good comments.
Thank
Good comments. Keep them coming, people. It just I'll try and keep on top of them. So we've got the comments coming in the right place. right, Sam, do something because I need to get rid of this cat. Otherwise, he's going to wreck the joint in a minute. I've shut the door and he's trying to get out. Me too. I'll be back in a sec.
I can say whatever I want now, can't I? I can say whatever I want.
Nice.
So, this song was written for me by the fabulous Andy Hughes. No, I'm only joking. It is an Andy Hughes song, but I want to steal it. I want the rights to it, Andy. I want it live, right? But this is my version of an Andy Hughes song because I do it all the time. It's lovely. This is Footprints.
Oh yeah, good.
Was his 27th birthday when he put his car in drive. He headed out somewhere that would make him feel alive. Didn't know what he was looking for, and he had no plan in mind. When he walked into the desert, he left everything behind. She saw him laying on the ground like dust upon the floor. She pulled him to his feet and said, I know what you're searching for. It's the freedom of the open sky. It's a river running wild. She had the beauty of a woman and the spirit of a child. Sometimes you've got to lose yourself to find yourself again. Sometimes you've got to leave it all behind. The path is never easy, there's so many ways to go. Sometimes you've got to search to find a soul. She took his hand for him to follow, led him deep into the night. They came across a cabin that was lit by candlelight. The doorway framed a silhouette that he thought he recognized. She had the beauty of a woman and the spirit of a child. Well, as he turned to his companion, found the empty desert air. There was just one set of footprints. Was she ever really there? Well, sometimes you've gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Sometimes you've got to leave it all behind. The path is never easy, there's so many ways to go. Sometimes you've got to search to find a soul. Well, sometimes you've got to lose yourself to find yourself again. Sometimes you've got to leave it all behind. The path is never easy, there's so many ways to go. Well, sometimes you've got to search to find a soul. Well, sometimes you've got to search to find a soul. Sometimes you've got to search to find a home.
Beautiful.
Yes. I think it's a real compliment when people want to do your songs, you know.
Yeah.
Sam
No
won't be
one has
joining
ever
us
done
again. He's had to leave, family emergency.
Oh, unfortunate.
No,
Joe,
I
it's my
do
song,
honestly.
mate. Don't
I
worry, because
genuinely-
Andy's going to give me the rights to that one day.
We haven't talked terms yet.
We haven't talked terms yet, but that will be
Yeah.
mine because it's.
I'm thinking.
Do you know, Joe, when you've listened to something and somebody sends you something, you think that song is so written for me. It was like it's such a me song
It's
to
my
sing.
song now.
Oh,
We haven't talked numbers yet. The numbers I'm
No.
thinking of are maybe 200.
Okay.
No, I'm talking J200.
I know what he's after.
Yeah.
I know what he's after.
Yeah, I'll take 45.
We will talk
I'd
about
prefer a 200. Yeah.
it. We will talk about it
In
off
fact,
off
for a
camera.
J200, you can have any of my songs, any one you like. Apart from the
None of
national
you
one.
lot get any ideas.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to hear somebody covering a song of mine. I think it's a real compliment.
If I can remember
I
the
want
bloody lyrics to
Steel.
start a song with.
Joe's what's it called? Something Man? Is it? Oh,
Oh, Umbrella
Big
Man.
fan.
Umbrella Man. No, I couldn't. It's all right because Joe's got so many. He's like Mockingbird and all this sort of stuff. Yeah,
I like
I do really like Mockingbird, and I do love Umbrella Man. I really do.
I couldn't sing as delicately as you do.
No, I
That's
couldn't.
what I would. Yeah, that's what I would. That's what would worry me is your songs are so delicately sung that actually if I sung something like Hurricane, I'd go, "You never arrive from the hurricane," and it would just sound like I was.
You went very black country there, Andy. Very black country from Dudley
Yeah.
or Tipton.
Oh, dear.
I am actually.
Oh yeah.
That was comedy.
Originally, yeah.
I will say
It is,
that
though.
I'll probably listen to Andy and then I'll have to go.
Why?
People are starting to go to bed and I don't want to keep them up with my beautiful
Tough
voice,
luck.
you know?
Tough luck.
Sod
We
them
know-
lot.
Jesus
Them
Christ,
lot.
they're the biggest party goers out.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, if we all do one more round and then
okay.
Hold on.
So now Jenny's saying,
I've
can
got
she
just
have
enough for
learned
one
Born
more.
to Fly if you have footprints? Jeez, this
is that what she's just said?
is definitely J200 territory, I tell you.
All right, we'll
Um,
talk terms, Mr. Hughes.
Okay, so what shall I do now then?
Oh! You're not going to do it, are you?
You should do
I want that. I want that train one. I asked for it. Oh, turning train, switching lanes. No one gains.
Is this
You know which one I'm on
Andy
about.
you're talking to?
This is Andy because he's
Andy.
which song to do next, and he's written a new
One more,
one.
Paige. Paige, do one more. Do one more song.
I'll stay for one more round, I suppose.
You've got to get your songs out. You got to.
Yes, you do.
There's not that many, so you're not missing out.
Doesn't matter.
Have you got the
realise
right
what
key
I did it
today?
in. Yeah, I realise what key I did it in. I've got it written down as capo 6 here, but it's actually capo 2.
I was going to say
I've
it's
got
nowhere
it
near
as
that.
G, C, and D, but it's actually D, A, and G. So I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote it down there. Right, we'll have a go at this.
I
one.
love this song, everybody.
We'll have
This
a
is
go.
one of Andy's new ones that he sent me, and he always sends me his songs, and I like listen and go, "No, that needs to change," or "This needs to change." And he goes, sometimes he agrees with me, sometimes he doesn't. But this one he did, and I'm really pleased he did because it really works.
Right.
New one.
We'll give it a go. Actually, this is actually an old song. I just never put it to melody or played it until I don't know, a couple of months back or whatever. So this I think I wrote this probably a couple of years ago. I just never really played it.
What was that, Andy? 1967? Was that something good? Did I hear something?
Shut your face, as they would say down south. Shut your face. Busy station, changing trains, pushing past but no one gains. Do the same thing every day like actors in a Broadway play. If we city lights go passing by, still we sit and wonder why. That was the change of lyric. Commuter traffic lines of cars, the fastest lane is never ours. Were we changing anyway, just like we did yesterday? We're sandwiched in our sardine tins, feed the dog, empty the bins. We never really work it out what life is meant to be about. Relationships that count the most linger when you're just a ghost. What's the cost? You'll never know until it's time for you to go. We're glued to our computer screens, living well beyond our means. Ignore the warning to our health in pursuit of endless wealth. Like the mice upon the wheel, we wish we had a better deal. TV dinners microwaved, rearranging plans we've made. Chasing time we never get, Facebook friends we've never met. Planet ready to explode from all our plastic overload. Never really work it out what life is meant to be about. Relationships that count the most linger when you're just a ghost. What's the cost? You'll never know until it's time for you to go. Never really work it out what life is meant to be about. Relationships that count the most linger when you're just a ghost. What's the cost? You'll never know until it's time for you to go.
That's a really cool song.
So good, Andy.
Almost right.
I know, I can't believe you was reverting back to the old words.
It's because when I wrote them down originally and printed them out, it's still the old words. Yet on my phone, it's the new words. Such a basic mistake. Hi, Viv. Viv Chatfield, another person who always follows me or watches the videos back and comments. Lovely to see you. Someone called Joe Bayliss is on there as well. There's two of you. Jeez.
I was replying to somebody whose comment was, "It's only after 10." That was Paige going, "I've got to go now."
She's pacing herself ready for the weekend when she can't go out anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
what are you doing, Joe?
I have this much wine left.
Right.
I have.
Is that the
Joe,
measure of your
wine
songs?
left.
Yeah, it's you after me. Yeah.
Just literally,
Okay.
that's all I got, Joe.
That's the measure of how many songs you've got left. It's like there's at least
One.
two songs in that measure of wine.
This song is important for two reasons. Number one, it's the
Is this
only
Umbrella
song
Man?
of all the songs no, it's the only song I've written in the last 9 years that my now 18-year-old has gone, "Dad, that's a good song."
Oh.
So I'm in with the in crowd, I'm street. And the other reason was listen to lyricists. Just think of any old crappy words and you'll start a song. This is the one, you've heard this, Andy. I think you have, Sam. I'd got this thing going like this. And I was trying to find some words, and I just that week drilled a hole in my hand doing something with my son.
Oh, yeah,
literally
of course.
like a hole saw, 20mm hole. And I'd got this massive plaster on my hand.
Yeah, I
And I
remember.
was doing this, and I was looking at my hand. I thought, I'll just start off with looking at the plaster on my skin. And that's what this became.
like
Which is
this.
either
I like
Nightingale or momentary
Nightingale.
lapse.
Nightingale.
Nightingale,
I think
Nightingale.
the general population said Nightingale, and if they didn't, they were wrong. It's Nightingale.
Oh, let me check I got my settings right. I really feel under pressure with my settings with this group. Right. Looking at the plaster on my skin, healing the wound from careless hands, when a momentary lapse in concentration and the ruby red river run cold. But where's the plaster for life's cuts and bruises? Where's your crutch when limping from a fall? Where's the x-ray camera when you're broken? And who's your nightingale to love you now? Now, to love you now. Now. Looking at the man in the mirror, wondering where the little child has gone. But a momentary lapse in concentration, and look at what innocence has become. It's just the plaster on some bruises. Where's your crutch when limping from a fall? Where's the x-ray camera when you're broken? And who's your nightingale to love you now? Now, now, now. Who's your nightingale? Who's your nightingale? Every child needs a kiss to make it better. Every man needs a hand to hold. But a momentary lapse in concentration, and the long nights are lonely on your own. So where's the plaster for life's cuts and bruises? Where's your crutch when limping from a fall? Where's the x-ray camera when you're broken? And who's your nightingale to love you now? Now, now, now. Who's your nightingale? Who's your nightingale? Who's your nightingale? Who's your nightingale?
Well, I think I had a moment lapse.
A what lapse?
I held it
Well,
together
Joe
then,
was
so
playing. I
said
didn't
that-
realise I hadn't muted myself. So I'm humming away. And I look up and Paige is like going. And I'm like, oh!
But the strange thing was that it didn't put me off immediately. It put me off like 3 lines later.
I know.
Just imagine if I'd have posted some of the
Yeah.
comments online as well as you were reading them.
So the
That
only
would've been
the only song my 15-year-old says is any good that I've ever written.
It is really good, though. It should be definitely called Nightingale.
Oh,
I do that. That line, that bass line that kind of runs along. It's so simple, yet it's so catchy.
It's really effective
Very
as well, Joe.
hypnotic,
Really,
isn't it?
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I can kind of imagine. You know, what's that? What's them? You know, like a drone in the background. Where you get like, that's
You
what I
mean
kind
like a
of imagine.
missile drone. You know?
No,
Yeah.
no.
I think they're outlawed. Really, generally.
You know what I mean when people put a drone on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
God, where's that echo coming from? That's a
I don't
Oh,
know.
hold on. I haven't put my thing back. Oh,
Ah,
Ah,
I know.
Jojo. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jojo. It is difficult.
You need to invest in headphones, Joe, and never have this problem.
No.
You can put little
I've got
ones in
headphones,
like
but I
me,
won't-
and no one will ever know you're listening.
No. I don't want to sing in them. I don't like singing.
I don't either, to be fair.
It'd be like putting socks on a cat or something and watching it kind of go like this.
What are you going on about?
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Where's that noise coming from? Right, Paige.
Right then.
So that
Yes.
you can
Come on,
get away
Paige.
to
One
your
more.
other party.
What are you doing, Paige? What are you doing?
I'll do an original.
Oh,
And
I know you're not going off because you go to bed, because you text me at like 1 a.m. with bloody
I do,
lyrics.
yeah.
Going,
But I'm
what do you
in
reckon to
bed
this?
when I'm doing that.
So you're doing another original. Which one's this?
It's called Shadow Man.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard it. I might have
Paige,
played
Paige,
it.
have you woken up yet? Paige, have you
No.
woken up yet in the middle of the night with a song in your head? That,
I
Yes,
haven't,
yes.
no,
when it
because I'm
gets-
too
yes,
much of a
you have.
deep
That's when it gets
sleeper.
really bad.
You sent me something where you say I woke up and I started writing this and I was looking at the guitar across the room.
Oh,
That
that was
one.
the only time that happened because I was thinking of it before I went to bed because I needed to get it done and then I never used it anyway. So
You need to finish that song. That was good.
well, I
I
told
know.
Andy, right, that literally about 6 months ago, I woke up in the middle of the night because I'd had a dream that I sang an original song of my own, and it was fantastic. Like the whole song, like it was in my head. Went to the toilet, thought I'm going to write this down. Didn't have my phone on me. Got back in, and I was like, "Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it?" And it's like I said to Andy, "There's definitely because I'm having a bit of problems songwriting at the moment." And I was like, "There's definitely a song in there somewhere because it was in me. It's been in my dream twice now."
Oh
It
dear.
happens.
But it's
Happens
horrible, isn't
many
it, when you kind of
times.
dream something and then you
Yeah.
wake up and you go,
Yeah.
"What was it?"
I could be thinking of lyrics at the bottom of the stairs, get to the top of the stairs, and they're gone. I'm like, geez, that's like a sign of old age. Jeez.
I know.
Well, funnily
Just shoot me
enough,
now.
the
Go on.
song's actually about a dream, just so you know.
Hey.
Oh, very
Really?
quickly, I'm going to say this right now. She's going to kill
Oh, for
me.
God's sake, she
Right,
needs
she's
to
going to kill me.
sing.
The missus is going to kill me. But we started writing a song. I started writing something the other day, and Jenny was doing tinkering away, and then I started thinking of some words, and she kind of hopefully it will turn into a co-write and not another. Because Jenny at the moment, everybody is like Andy. She's writing songs like it's going out of fashion. I think she's written about 7 songs in the last week and a half, I think.
What a show!
And I'm
off.
sitting there like going, "It will come.
I can't even write my shopping list.
It will come."
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Maybe
I do.
the next one will be Paige's song that I finish.
Maybe
Well,
Mate,
you've already
I've got a
committed
month
to it. You committed to it.
a month from now.
from now.
Yeah, this second.
Right, Paige, sing before he opens his gob and says something
Okay.
else.
I love you, Andy.
I know you do.
You could have said you love me back. I mean, bloody hell, come on. We're on air. You just
That
leave
would
me
have been-
hanging like that. It's like a high five that's
So
never been
rude.
touched.
I don't believe in like for like and love for love.
Oh.
Sing, Paige, sing, quick.
Okay.
One quiet night in the fields of Brisbane, my mind dreamt of a dream and creativity came forth. It's kind of hard to remember all the little things I dreamt. I don't know if it scared me or made me content. I dreamt of a blank room, a shade of white. Believed as there was no dark corners or things I could bite. There was also a brick wall that stood high and tall, a waterfall of poppies straight down this wall. without a shadow. A man I've never seen before, and not sure that I know. He held out his hand like he was asking me for help, to be pulled out of this realm, too scared to yell. This shadow man wasn't scary nor aggressive. He showed so much fear and pain that it was depressive. I wish that I knew him so that I could help him to make his dream realm just a little less grim. That quiet night in the fields of Bridgenorth. Yes, it was a strange one, thoughts traveling back and forth in my mind, questioning whether it was real or not. Should I have helped this man? Oh, I still think of this a lot. I haven't dreamt of this dream since that one quiet night. Not the shadow man, nor the poppies, or the room of white. But I still look over my shoulder every now and then, just to make sure no one else's shadow is following me again.
Paige, that's your best song tonight.
Oh, thank you.
That is your best song. That is.
I kept
It's
getting the
amazing, that
chords
one.
wrong.
Don't matter, but the lyrics were fantastic.
See, nobody
Thank
knew.
you.
See, that's the thing. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Thank
I really
you.
like that one.
Thank you.
Really
What's that
quite
one called,
quirky.
Paige?
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man.
Yeah.
Quite quirky, that was.
I've got the album cover art ready. Well, the single cover art ready. I just haven't released it. So
You need to do that Grandma's House song as well.
what? The
That
song
is
that
the
we
one.
wrote that you can also do, not just me.
Yeah, but it's your song and you've got your version of it, which is like really cool.
Yeah, but you've got your version of it as well.
I know that mine's all like country
Yes,
and
Andy.
stuff.
It sounds good though.
Don't you come this, girlfriend?
That's it. Robert,
You get
Robert
your shit
Brad-
together.
Shut up. Robert Bradbury says he's clapping really loudly. He's trying to clap louder so we can hear it.
Oh, I
Thank
can
you,
hear
Robert.
it.
There's a really nice chord change in that song. I couldn't quite make out what you were doing.
In which bit? In like the silent bit or the singy bit?
No, I think it might be in the chorus bit. You go to an unusual chord. It's really nice.
It's not one of
Thank
those
you.
ones where she
People
made a
listening
mistake,
in
was
there.
it? 'Cause that
I'll
would
ask
be
you
like-
later.
It might have been a mistaken one, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It could have been, yeah.
Do the Grandma's House song as well at some point because I like that.
At some point in my lifetime, yeah.
No, that's not nice, is it? I like your version of that as well.
Yeah, but it's really hard to get it on key. So I'll record it. I just don't like playing it live because I embarrass myself.
I won't worry about it. I'll never worry about singing in key. I'll just
Have
like
you heard
it at some
Andy's
point
key?
and catch a bass.
I'd much
He's just
sooner
so
sing
low
live
that he can't
than,
hear it.
I'd sooner sing live than sing for a recording.
Oh yeah,
I think
definitely.
the pressure's on you when you're recording.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
How many times have we all been in the studio and thought, I've got this? And then that's about, what, 20 odd, 30 odd, 40 odd, 50 odd, 90 odd takes later.
Well, that's what you did when you came here because you
All
didn't know
right.
what style to do it in.
All right. Andy, Andy phoned me on the night after leaving your page and went, I did it in like seconds. I've seen the bloody outtakes, Andy. You didn't do it in seconds,
I
mate.
did mine in the in the second take I did mine, and then Liam was kind of going, I think we can do it again, just so I've got enough copies. Of
Yeah,
this. I was like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Just because you're asking me, and then he said, "Do you want to do it again?" I was like, "No, not really." I thought
Yeah,
it
but
was
you at least
awesome.
did about 7.
Mine must have
I was
lasted
done
for
by
at
the second
least
one.
30 odd minutes. At least. No, it was about what?
The video itself
Do you
was
know-
15 minutes.
All
We
right,
had to-
shut up.
If Joe and I had to
Tell
bet
him.
on it, we'd have said it would have taken you at least 25 takes and at least.
Actually,
7
didn't
cans
take
of
that
pop
many
and half an
takes,
hour.
actually.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. Yeah, liar, pants on fire. Right. Okay, Paige, feel free to drop out when you kind of need to.
I'll watch Sam.
I am
and then I'll
singing
probably
next.
watch
That's very
you.
nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andy. You can start off now, Paige. Don't worry about Sam. Right?
I thought I was very good at subtly doing that, but clearly not.
You could have told
not.
to leave after I'd finished my song, mate, and not make the whole round proper. You can go now, Paige. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye. Thanks for
I
coming.
would stay, don't worry. I'm your biggest fan, so.
Are you sure? I mean, most people are Andy's biggest fan. I mean, my girlfriend is. It's a bit annoying
Wow.
when you wake up in the morning and all you hear is,
Yeah.
you know. I'm
Oh,
only
that's
joking,
so
babe. I'm only
sad.
joking. Because I did the
Go
exact
there.
same. The other month, I was humming his song while kissing my girlfriend. How bad
Oh.
is that?
Oh, that's
I listen to his music at
That's
least
wrong.
every day. So.
Just to let you know,
That is
Steve
wrong.
Law's saying good night.
But
Say good night
Every
to Steve
time
Law.
every
See you
time
later,
Jenny
Steve.
picks
Thanks
up
for
the
tuning in. Shut up, Sam. Say good night to Steve. Everyone say night, Steve.
Good
Night,
night.
Steve.
Sweet dreams.
Thanks for tuning.
I don't blame you.
But
for
every
that other
time Jenny
Steve.
picks up a guitar, she plays Andy's song.
Damn, I wish I could play Andy's songs.
You can play my songs.
I've only got
Play
4
it
strings, I can't.
You can play on the ukulele. What was that?
Paige, let me just tell you what I have to put up with. I do a lot on my own, but occasionally when I can get them all to get their arse in gear, I've got a great percussionist, and I've got a girl called Karen Hawthorne who's got a beautiful, beautiful voice, and she'll do a bit of backing with me. And her husband John plays really good bass. We ever start talking, and then we start talking about the bigger picture of the local scene and that, and they'll somehow we get onto male vocal, and bear in mind we've just been rehearsing for an hour, right? And she'll go, "I'm Schemmel, Kevin Arnold, best vocalists in the Midlands," and I'm sitting right next to it. We've just done an hour together,
Oh.
and she does it all the time to me, all the time.
Oh, that is so sad.
I've got to mention.
That's when you push her
Famous.
off the stool. Yeah. Yeah. Mine, that stool is a bit wobbly.
Oh, bless.
It's evil.
Joe, we're gonna have to do some stuff because we was at Brood a couple of I don't know last year, and Joe was playing. I was like, just in the before. It's always a little laugh between me and Joe, and who's gonna get last at Brood. To be honest, it's either me or it's either Joe. But we was both in the back room, in the green room, the kitchen, and I was like
Wow.
tinkling
Comedy
along.
called
He was
the
like,
toilet.
"Oh, you're gonna have to play along with me, Joe. We need to sit down
I know.
and do some of your songs, mate, because they're really, really good."
All right, well, shut up and sing a song now then.
The spooky thing, which I know you'll probably find odd, but I listen to so many of Andy's songs, I just don't shout about it like Sam does.
Same.
But often I think I'd love to actually try and just do, like as you say, Sam, the three of us. I'd love to just do like a bit of backing vocal with Andy.
He's
Just be
awesome,
his-
isn't he?
Just be his bitch for the night. A bit of backing vocal.
Yeah. Careful what you wish for. Yeah. Just,
I'm his bitch all the time. I mean, come on.
honestly, I am always absolutely humbled by people that want to sing a song that I've written. So if you want to sing, jam along, do some backing, stuff like that, I've still got a bunch of songs I've still got to record on an album. So
I want that
always,
album, just
always
saying.
welcome. Yeah, if it ever comes out.
We all want that bloody album. It's just whether or not we get it free or not.
You'll probably all be on it by the time we're finished. But always, Joe, whether it's kind of dropping some little lead picks over the top and stuff like that as well, singing some harmonies, stuff like that. Always.
No, I'd love to, because I like trying different things. You know, I like doing a few jazzy songs, and I really like exploring things. And I have not got a country bone in my body to write a song, but I'm really, your stuff really appeals to me. Mandel Orange really appeals to me. Mill Cotton Kids really appeal to me. But I couldn't play that. I couldn't write that stuff. But I'd love to sing to it. Really would.
I bet if we sat around a kitchen table and I did what I do with Sam, which is this process I kind of go through, I bet you could.
Don't
bet.
tell them what you do with
It's
me.
almost like you've got to go through the systematic process. I bet you could. We might have to experiment one day when we're a little bit further out of this lockdown stuff. We'll definitely do it.
Andy, one more serious point. I am used to Sam for the last 3 years drinking Coke. I'm a bit worried having a night with him drinking that. I'm not sure it's a good thing.
I tell you what, it's like standing there with a firecracker in your hands and just letting go of it and going, right, let's see what it does. And he's like,
is it Jenny's fault, do you think, as she turned into drink?
No.
It's like seeing a lovely painting and then turning the neon lights on and go, whoa! Yeah, good fun.
I become fun, Sam, when I drink. Some people can't handle it.
I don't get the assimilation between a lovely painting and Sam. I just don't.
Oh.
Who just said a lovely painting?
Yeah. What's that? You can't polish her? What was that comes to mind? Right, you better sing a
Still
song
one of the
before
top vocals in the Midlands.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. As he boots her on the floor. Don't ever say that again. Yeah.
Right, okay, I'm gonna start.
Sing a song. Catherine's going off, so say goodbye to Catherine.
Goodbye, Catherine.
Thank you very much for tuning in. See you again soon,
See ya.
hopefully. For the next round of debauchery.
Right then, so I've luckily tonight not sung a cover. Tonight I have sung all originals. See, because obviously Footprints is mine, so I have not sung a cover all night. So this one is not another cover. This is another one of my own. This is called Pale Moonlight, and I hope you all enjoy. When I'm feeling down, it turns my life around. The darkness feels so cold. But when the tether to my heart wants to break and fall apart, well, I know the story's already been told. But girl, you light up my life. It cuts through like a knife, and things between us could turn to gold. And I know there'd be forgotten things and words said that was misheard. Well, I know the story's already been told. So let's go back to that open place where I could smile and see your face, to where the days don't seem so long. And let's go to where the stars shine bright underneath the pale moonlight, to where the night don't seem so dark. I don't wanna be alone. Well, things come and go. I must push through this pain, I know, before it's time to go. So let's go back to that open place where I could smile and see your face, to where the days don't seem so long. And let's go to where the stars shine bright underneath the pale moonlight, to where the night don't seem so cold. I don't want to be alone. Well, now my story's coming to the end, and girl, you've been a loyal friend. Well, I know the story's already been told. Well, I know the story's already been told. Well, I know the story's already been told.
Good job.
Thanking you.
Good job. I like that.
Well done.
I like that. I might actually sing that.
Really?
One day. Yeah. Yeah, I do like it. The hell was that?
Did you just hear that then?
I don't know what that was.
That's Sam on repeat, that is. That's Sam on repeat. What's going
It's
on?
your schizophrenic side.
Have you noticed that we've cleverly kept
I
Paige
know.
for an extra
know.
like 20 minutes from when she's. I'm a bit worried. I am a bit worried about the young generation, I have to say, because at 10:30 she's saying she's going, and I'm thinking there's a 58-year-old on here, probably a 40-something, a 30-something, and she's deafing us out at 10:30.
I'll still be on here at 2:00 in the morning.
And me.
On my own, but Sam as well. Yeah, cool. Unless he's fallen asleep.
You've
Look at
almost
that.
got
I
every
tell you what,
decade here, haven't you? That's nice.
This is really odd. This little patch here, like that. If I shave these off, almost you can
Yeah.
imagine that's not there. So I've
Yeah.
almost got some sort of what's his name, Steve Earle.
Steve Earle, yeah.
I actually thought the other day we was on Zoom together, and I actually thought if you shaved the white bits off, you'd look like what that thing, the Guy Fawkes mask,
Oh yeah.
because he had like with his trimmed up
Yeah.
thingy. I was like, oh,
I did. So you'll notice I did have the proper handlebars growing,
Nice.
but it just became
I
a
was a bit worried about
constant bloody food and drink collection system,
that. Yeah,
and I couldn't
worried about
stand
that.
it.
At
was
least
awful.
you should take comfort in the fact that you have some styling options because you've still got hair. When you've got no hair, you have no
Oh
options.
dear.
Yeah.
Joe, I am
Yeah.
meeting you, mate. I am getting a bit thin on top.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. My hair grows like
lost.
flipping grass. It grows so bloody fast, I tell you. In fact, it grows so fast, this could almost be down here.
Damn.
I've got a sip
Right.
left of wine, everybody. A sip.
what shall I
Joe,
do?
can you send me some in the post? I've got a sip.
What shall I do?
Empty.
No!
Dang. That's the end of a good night, isn't it? Right,
You know,
what
this
shall I
week
finish
I had
with?
to. I'm sort of Bromsgrove Folk Club have this sort of live thing on Thursday, and I'm on Thursday.
You
But
can't
have to
do it.
You have to
Joe,
pre-record it.
Joe, you
have to
can't do it
pre-record
because you're like,
and send it to them. And honestly, to do 30 minutes on video where you're just looking at the screen at you, it's proper pressure. It's really-
It's proper pressure.
I was going
I'd
to
much
say,
sooner do a live stream for 30 minutes than watch myself being recorded. God.
yeah. So do you have to be there when it's played?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
You're going to miss Songbird sessions, man.
Are you going to do Hallelujah, Mr. King?
It's a paid gig. It's a paid gig, Andy.
Well,
That's
yeah, is it?
Hallelujah, Mr. King.
Cool. That is Hallelujah, Mr. King.
Go on, you won't.
I didn't know whether to finish on that or something else. I'm not
Well,
quite
see,
sure
she
what
won't
to
go
do.
now, mate. Now you're playing. Hey?
Yeah. No, what she's actually saying is,
So-
oh, for God's sake, hurry up. For God's sake.
Oh no, I'm not thinking that.
Have
Are
got
you doing
any
another
more
one,
songs,
Paige? Paige, you going to stay on and
Have
do
you,
another
have you got
one?
any more
No, I
originals?
listen to Andy, and then
Who?
I'll have to go.
Who?
Have you played all your originals now?
I have
No.
2 more. but-
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
they're the weird key ones. I'd rather practice that for another day.
Weird Key's good.
So I meant to say,
I like,
while
I
there was
like
still,
all the Weird Key stuff
Yeah, he does,
because
yeah.
no one can.
That's
copy
why
it.
I can't play his songs because he does them in such weird keys. I can't.
I can because I can figure them out.
I
Oh,
can't.
Figure 'em out.
My finger's just not long enough. It don't work.
oh.
I meant to say, whilst there was loads of people on, actually, about if anyone wants to join us next time round when we do this, to message me and sort of let us know. But obviously
Or message
now-
me, because I'll probably be on there.
Well, next time, I'm not having you
Oh.
on again. Jeez,
Oh.
it's such a railroad. I tell you. It all just goes off the rails when you come on.
Yeah, but the numbers go up. The numbers go up.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Right, I shall sing before you depress me anymore.
Why can I still hear playing of music?
That's me.
Oh,
That's me trying to practice my
What you doing, Andy?
speed finger ping. Well, I was going to do Hallelujah, Mr. King, just because I
Yes,
can't
you are.
think of what else to do.
Ah,
But unless anyone's got anything else they want me to do.
hallelujah, Mr. King.
Okay, I'll do that one.
well, I'm rubbish at remembering song titles. Honestly, even my own. I really like the one. Is it about your mother or just mother generally?
Oh.
Oh, Until Then. About my
That's
mum.
one of my favourite songs,
Yeah.
Joe.
Laying down in the grass
I
one.
love that. Yeah.
Oh, if
yeah.
you do that one, Jenny's going to cry.
I love that song.
We'll just stick some cotton buds under her eyes.
She's not here, mate, tonight. She's not here. I'm all by myself.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
dear.
Yeah,
She's
that's
at
why she's
home.
commenting. I'm all alone. I'm all alone.
Oh.
Yeah,
Said
Jenny's
something
saying
like,
she's
"Good
coming
night
on
from the
next
other
week
side of the
instead.
pond."
Say that
Eh?
again.
Her comment was "Good night from the other side of the pond." She's not in America, is she?
She better not be.
Was
Or
that
did she
Jenny's
mean-
comment?
Did she mean the other side of Walsall Arboretum?
No,
Was
she
that
lives. I won't say it on camera.
That's
No.
not Jenny's comment, is it?
I thought it
No,
was.
that's Dawn. That's Dawn.
Oh,
Dawn's
Oh.
in the US.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, I'll do this one if I can remember it.
Jenny, go and get the tissues.
She says she's coming on next week instead of you.
I have actually asked her if she'll come on, and she says she might do.
and if you remember Jane, you ever seen Jane? She
Mem-
loved you anyway, but she loved this song.
You're Jane.
Yeah. Well, not my Jane now, but yeah, she loved
Oh,
this
she
song.
not?
She
Okay.
loved this song.
Laying down in the grass, looking up at the sun, I am taken to a place of serenity. Many miles in between your heart and mine, but I still feel you here with me. Picture of a younger you in a life before me. You don't look like you're much more than 23. Not a line on your face, you're a picture of grace. I just wish I could have known you then. You're here with me now, as you've always been, even though it's been a long, long time. And while the memories fade, the heart don't forget, and I'm sure that we'll meet once again. Until then, your memory keeps me company. Tucked inside of a drawer is a small piece of you, a birthday card to me from you before you went away. A message that you left inside to my darling love mom, and it's lived in there since 1989. I sometimes talk to the clouds and pretend that it's you, with your angel wings, gold label beer, and cigarettes. Tell you what you want to hear, that I'm doing fine. Then I gently watch you drift away. You're here with me now, as you've always been, even though it's been a long, long time. While the memories fade, the heart don't forget, and I'm sure that we'll meet once again. Until then, your memory keeps me company.
Wow.
There we go. Until
I literally forgot I even knew how to play that song.
Great.
I used to play it along with him, and I was like, oh, I remember it.
Great, yeah.
Oh.
Nice song to play along to.
yeah. Well, you know, it's. I think.
Jenny, I'll bring some more tissues round in a bit.
Yeah. I think it's on my Facebook. So if you want to put something to it, and play around with it, feel free.
Oh, John Tooth, Joe has just put, "Hi folks, sounding great. Nice to see Joe."
Joe and Pagey.
Oh yeah, and Paige. Sorry, I missed that
Oh
last
no,
little
actually,
bit
he's
there.
misspelled it. Pagey.
Padgy.
Yeah,
Pagey.
Pagey.
It's
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah. It's our Pagey Wagey. Okay, so what, I think what are we on for? We're on for, it's 20 past 11. So I think
2.5 hours. That's what we're on for.
I know. It's probably a good time to kind of either go, that's it,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
You know-
because I'd like to have a little bit of time.
You
with
know, I'm
the
really
missus.
missing Sam and Paige. You'll definitely get an invite when we're back to normal. Sing for your supper.
Ooh.
oh yeah.
I'm really missing them.
Yeah.
Yes, Joe. Well, we can still do it, just in the garden.
Oh, we could. Yeah, it might be a bit cold though.
It could be sing for your supper in the day.
Yeah.
It would have to be
Paige,
sing
in the
for your
conservatory,
salad, wouldn't it?
we get about 10 or 12 people. You can only cut. Other halves can come, but they have to do something. They can't just sit. So they have to
Oh.
play.
Well, luckily-
sing, tap.
Paige, his fella, sings as well, and my
Yeah.
missus sings as well. So unfortunately, Andy, your missus can't come.
And we sit
You can
round the
shake a
table,
mean
bit of
tambourine.
food and drink, and we just play all night. It's brilliant. Absolutely.
Sounds
brilliant.
awesome.
It is fun.
Right. Well, can I just say thank you very much for agreeing to step on. Well done, Paige.
Thank you.
You did yourself proud.
Thanks for having us.
I expect to see more of this now, hopefully, in your little solo venture as well. Thanks, Joe, as always. Beautiful songs, really nice playing as well. And that is.
Oh, can I be really,
great
really
guitars.
cheeky, Andy?
No.
Can
'cause
we
you
have
always
Joe
are.
to? Can we have Joe to finish off the night with Umbrella Man, please? Because I bloody love that song.
You're determined to change the title. I call it
Robert's
Picture
just
Frames.
saying. Robert's just saying. Can in the future can Joe turn
Is
his
it
mic
picture-
up a little bit because he can't hear
Really?
him well enough.
Really?
Whoa,
So he's just saying he wants a little bit more
Oh.
volume from you.
blimey.
Ooh.
I think it's because your voice is so kind of soft and that.
It's delicate.
Yeah. I can
Can't
see where
relate.
it's coming from. In my headphones, I just ramp the volume up so I can hear it.
That's the same as me.
Yeah.
Everyone sounds great to me.
That's it. Yeah. I have two volume controls, one for input and one for headphones. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what are you going to do? What do you want Joe to do, Sam?
Okay.
He
I can
knows
do it
what
if
I
you
want.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
please. Let's finish
Go
off
on,
with
mate.
Joe, and then we can all say goodbye.
I have this thing at the moment. I've got 3 songs, but I can't decide on the title. So a few people like Sam want to call it Umbrella Man. I call it Picture Frame at the moment. Paige, for you, the background to it really quickly is my kids when they were young, I don't know, 11, 12, went to Australia for Christmas with a mum. I was really gutted. And they did me this lovely little picture. and they got wax crayons and glued them on a canvas and then melted them, and they melt like a rainbow. And then underneath, out of black plastic, they did this sort of silhouette, and it was a man holding an umbrella with 2 little children and a cat, and that was my cat and my 2 kids, and I was gutted. Really.
That's why it should be called Umbrella Man.
I know.
I think it should be called Umbrella Man from the sounds of it.
And I was twiddling away with chord progressions, and I was looking for some lyrics, and I was looking at sort of a corner in my living room where all my pictures were, and that's where this came from. Oh, cool. God. Before the police get me, I'm going to do my audio.
Clicky thing.
Everyone else better mute.
Thanks, let me do this, though. You smile at me with your slick back hair, your school suit on, going somewhere. Smiles full of hope and the joy they bring. The picture frames of my loving things. I'm thankful for the frames of glory, happy for my loving story. But I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man as he grows old. A young man poses at 21, a confident look with his new suit on. The world at war has ended its game. Only time will tell if it'll ever change. I'm thankful for the frames of glory, happy for my loving story. But I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man as he grows old. A nurse stands proud in a faded memory, black and white, skin and imagery, 3 caring souls who found their meaning, helping those who'd lost their meaning. And I'm thankful for the frames of glory, happy for my loving story. But I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man as he grows old. I'm sitting here telling my story, the people who made my hope and glory, still holding the cover from the wind and rain, protecting loved ones' life's refrain. But my arms get weaker as the years roll by, and they grow taller than my head held high. And I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man as he grows old. Umbrella Man, picture frames, whatever.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that.
I think Umbrella
Don't
Man.
forget to press the button.
I think Umbrella Man.
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
Sounds right. Sounds right. Okay, well, so
Thanks for having us,
thank
guys.
you very much again for kind of stepping in and joining us. This was so we had the idea to kind of try and do this, but it was very last minute, kind of going, okay, should we just try it and have a go with it? So I think the intention is, if it kind of feels like it works, we'll just try and do it informally, where we just get people to come on, even if they don't stay all night and they do, 3 or 4 songs or something, and then duck in and duck out. Just have a little bit of variety and just keep it alive, really. Yeah. So Robert's saying Umbrella Man as well. So I think that's it.
Thanks, Robert.
We've decided. The great British public have decided it is Umbrella Man from this moment forward.
That's great to have a chat, though. It's great to have a chat. I mean,
Yeah.
you do a few of the sing-around things live, don't you? But all you do is just go from one song to the next. It's nice to have a bit of a chat. And...
Yeah. I couldn't. I don't like just literally going from song to song. The whole point is not just to engage with us as well, but also the comments that people make and the people that tune in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love people commenting and asking for things and asking questions and stuff like that. That's what it's about, really. So I think next time I do that, I don't know when we'll do this again. Hopefully,
You won't see me next time, guys. It'll be Jenny.
He will.
What a shame.
He will. He's like a he's like a bug. He just keeps coming back.
Stuck to the picture frame.
I'm going to try and get. There's a guy I met in Nashville called Ted, who has got some amazing stories, and he plays a great guitar as well. He's been a session guitarist and things like that. So I might see if I can get him on as well, because he knows like Johnny Cash's nephew. He knows Don Schlitz, who wrote The Gambler. People like that.
Nice.
He's really good. Lovely bloke. So we'll just try and get a few more. And again, if you want to come on again, feel free. Just message me and let me know, even if it's just for a few. So thank you again to our audience. Some have departed already because they've gone to bed or gone to have a glass of wine and recover from the experience.
Well, some people like Dee. It's the middle of the afternoon and they're just about to have a siesta.
Where's Dee
She's
then?
not in
Where's
Spain.
Dee
She's
based?
in Nashville. Dee.
Yeah.
Dee is in Nashville. She's the.
She's my friend now.
She ditched me for Sam.
Oh.
She's my friend who got me the opportunity to sing on Broadway in Nashville, which I love her dearly for. And she's always here. She always tunes in, along with Catherine as well, who often tunes in, who used to live in Nashville, I think, and now has moved back. She's in London. So thank you again.
Sam.
Say again.
She hasn't.
She has. She's ditched me for Sam.
She hasn't.
I'm deeply upset.
Dee loves you.
One of the few times I cried.
Oh.
So again,
know
for
what it
our
feels
audience,
like now?
if you can share the kind of posts and just try and get people to connect with us through whether it's Songbird Sessions or my music page and things like that, it just helps us to keep a good audience for the artists that come on and sing and stuff as well. So we'll keep trying to find great entertainment for you and just keep trying to share it around for us.
Who we got this month, Andy? Who we got this month?
So this month on the Songbird Sessions, we did the sound check tonight, which went really well. So we have the wonderful, fabulous Sarah Yeo, who is a kind of country folk singer. Yeah. She writes some cracking songs, beautiful voice, and her guitar sounds amazing.
Oh, it does, yeah.
It sounds bonkers good. So she's on, and no, funnily enough, it's not. I did check. And we've got a guy from California called Stephen Paul Plug, who... So I wouldn't describe him as country, I wouldn't describe him as folk, I wouldn't describe him as blues, but he's a bit of all of that.
Yeah.
And he's got quite an unusual voice.
It's amazing. I think it's really good.
Bluesy in style.
Yeah.
And his picking as well is almost a little bit bluesy ragtime.
Yeah.
So he's got a really great style to him. So again, it's going to be a great show, and they're both looking forward to it as well. So if you get a chance to tune in
this
and
Thursday.
share it.
That's this Thursday, yeah.
All right.
We had the smoothest sound check ever.
Yeah.
So will it stay like that for the night? We'll have to see. But it was the smoothest sound check ever.
So again, we'll be posting about that over the next day or two, just to try and again drum up interest and more audience. So again, share that if you can. And whatever you're doing, stay safe, look after yourself, and stay away from idiots, because they're the ones that are ruining it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Great to hear your songs, Paige.
Thank
Keep
you. Great
going.
to hear yours too.
Yeah, more soon. Okay, take care, people. Have a great evening. Safe sleeping. You know, it's difficult getting upstairs nowadays.
See you guys.
Take
Bye.
care.
See you later.